Most guitar players are stuck playing the same old open chords, but the pros aren't. They're using this little slash. Not that slash, and it instantly makes chord progression sound smoother and more expensive. So today we're talking about slash chords, or chords over bass notes. We actually spent 3 hours this week in my group coaching program, the Guitar Mastery Circle, where we dove into this. So today you're getting the condensed version. So first of all, what is a slash chord? When you see them, they look like this. Now that's not two chord names. That's one chord, and then after the slash is the bass note that you're going to play with that chord. So if you see G/B, we would say G over B. We're going to play a G chord, but we're going to make sure the lowest note that you hear is a B. Or D over F sharp, we're going to have an F sharp note that's the lowest. Or an A minor with a G in the bass. Another way that you can say it. It's an A minor chord, but we're going to throw a G at the bottom of the chord. An important point to understand is that the bass note does not have to actually be part of the chord. So for example, in G over B, B is part of the G chord, but in G with F sharp in the bass, that F sharp is not part of the chord. But we can use that to keep the chord progression moving and have the bass line move, and that's what hooks your ear and grabs it and makes you want to listen. We love it. You're gonna hear this all over songs like While My Guitar Gently Weeps, Dear Prudence, A Wider Shade of Pale, Freebird, Stairway to Heaven. Like, this gets used everywhere. Here are 2 slash chords for you to get started with. The first one is a D with an F sharp in the bass, or D over F sharp. What it is you're gonna make just a standard D chord with your first 3 fingers. And then you bring your thumb around and it grabs your 6th string on your 2nd fret, and that grabs your F sharp. And then you can play all 6 strings and you get that really rich sounding D with an F sharp in the bass. So listen, if I play that after I play a G chord and then I go to an E minor chord, I'm going to get this. The rest. But you don't have to play that just with your thumb. You can play it with your first finger on that F sharp note on the 2nd fret of your 6th string, then put your 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of your 3rd string, and your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of your 2nd string, and you get this. Or you could play that with your 2nd, 3rd, and 4th fingers. Either one works out, but those are alternate fingerings that you can use. Now here's the next one for you. It's a G with a B in the bass. Now the way that I do it is I usually will use my 2nd finger to play B on the 5th string on the 2nd fret, and then I use my pinky to play the 3rd fret on my 2nd string, and I'm only playing the 4 inside strings here. Okay? Sometimes I'll use my 1st and 3rd finger for this too. Either way works. But the idea is this is basically a G chord, but I'm just leaving off my 6th string and playing from my 5th string. And this sounds good, for example, if I play a C chord, and then I play my G with a B in the bass, and then an A minor. And you're going to hear this. Slash chords are going to sound really cool and clear and really easy to grasp with finger picking. For example, in Landslide, where we do this, but you can strum them. I just highly recommend that you pick the bass note and then strum the rest of the chord. That'll make it sound less muddy, kind of like this. you're going to hear this D over F sharp in stuff like Free Bird, obviously, and even like Highway to Hell, where in Highway to Hell, that's one of the chords. And you're going to hear that G over B and stuff like Landslide, like I was playing, and No Woman, No Cry, and a whole bunch of other songs. Now, these are not the only slash chords that you're going to see in the Guitar Mastery Circle this week. We went over like 10 different slash chords, and we went through a whole bunch of exercises in training, using them in real progressions that get used in actual songs. But to get you started, here are a couple of really simple chord progressions that you can do that'll start getting you used to using these. Start with a G chord, and for this, you can either use straight finger picking, where you're going to pick your 6th string, your 4th string, your 3rd string, and then your 2nd string, which we just say 6, 4, 3, 2, or you can do the same pattern with your pick. But you're going to do a G chord for a measure, and then D over F sharp, and then E minor, and then back to D over F sharp. But that'll go something like this, and you take it slow, you repeat it way more than you think you need to, and you're going to get it. You've got this. You can do it. Now the other one is very similar. We're going to start on a C chord, but we're going to do 5, 4, 3, 2 on all 3 chords, because we're going to do a C chord and then a G with B in the bass. And remember, that is your 5th string and your 2nd string that you're fretting. And then A minor, and then back to G over B, and then C, which this is almost exactly what you're playing for Landslide without the capo. If you spend 2 minutes, maybe 5 minutes on each of those exercises, you're going to start getting comfortable with at least these 2 slash chords, and then there's more to dive into. Like I said, we went through like 10 this week in the Guitar Mastery Circle, which is my group coaching program. And so if you want like the full 3 hours of time that we spent going through this and playing the exercises and answering questions, I mean, you could join the community right now and go watch those recordings and start hanging out in the online community and asking your questions right away. Come hang out with us. Join the Guitar Mastery Circle. It's only $47 for your first month to get started. And a program like this at my music school was about $350 a month. So that's a huge deal. I'll put the link for it down below in the description, but thanks for hanging out today. Let me know if you have any questions down below. But in the meantime, I'll either see you inside the Guitar Mastery Circle or go check out this next lesson.